Keir Starmer has been in France and met with Emmanuel Macron to commemorate the lost lives of French soldiers during World War I. Starmer said during that he vowed to thwart Russia's war of aggression. However, just hours later, Putin has sent a threat to the Prime Minister. We will discuss this whole story in today's video, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Vladimir Putin has sent a threat to Britain by sending a Russian warship to the Channel just hours after Sir Keir Starmer promised to thwart Russia's war of aggression. Russia's most modern frigate conducted provocative war games in the English Channel, staging military exercises while armed with hypersonic Zircon missiles, which can travel up to several times the speed of sound. The Admiral Golovko, part of Russia's Northern Fleet, performed the drills as the Prime Minister met with French President Emmanuel Macron in Paris to pledge continued support for Ukraine. The warship's presence in the busy shipping lane comes just 11 days after departing its Arctic base in Severomorsk, having travelled through the Barents, Norwegian and North Seas. Russian Defense Ministry TV channel Zvezda confirmed the exercises, which included anti-submarine and anti-aircraft defense operations using Ka-27 helicopters. The 443-foot-long frigate is one of 10 planned vessels in Russia's Project 22350 series, with Admiral Golovko joining the fleet in December. The ship's Zircon missiles can travel approximately 900 kilometers at hypersonic speeds, making them nearly impossible to intercept with conventional air defense systems. The 5,400-ton warship carries an impressive arsenal beyond its hypersonic capabilities, including a 130mm A-192 artillery system and a Redut air defense missile system. It is also equipped with launchers for 16 Onyx or Caliber NK anti-ship missiles and a Packet NK anti-submarine system. Russian state news agency TASS stated the deployment's main objectives were to demonstrate the Russian flag and ensure Russia's naval presence in operationally important areas of the world ocean. The Russian warship conducted extensive drills in the Channel's narrowest section, demonstrating its military capabilities between England and France. The combat crews of the frigate's main command centre trained to disperse dangerous targets in the difficult conditions of intensive shipping in the Strait, Russia's defense ministry said. The exercises included anti-terrorist drills involving defense against aerial and marine drones from a simulated enemy force. After completing the Channel exercises, Admiral Golovko was moved into Atlantic waters, where it continues its mission. The vessel had already covered 1,500 nautical miles during this maiden long-distance deployment, having conducted similar exercises in the Barents, Norwegian and North Seas. The timing of the Russian naval display coincided with Starmer's historic visit to Paris, where he became the first UK Premier since Winston Churchill in 1944 to attend Armistice Day commemorations in France. Starmer and Macron met beneath the Arc de Triomphe, laying wreaths to commemorate the sacrifices made by French soldiers during World War I. What were your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In some other news, Chagosian campaigners have blasted the Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer for ignoring their right to self-determination and demanded the deal to surrender the Chagos Islands to Mauritius is scrapped. Speaking at a packed call to action rally this evening in Hackney, organised by the Friends of British Overseas Territories, campaigners and activists gathered to slam Starmer's government for silencing Chagosians in making that deal last month. The government has shown signs over the years that they are not even willing to talk to the Chagosians, to communicate with the Chagosians, and on the issues of sovereignty, they have to consult the Chagosians. It's a must. It's not an ask. It's not an opinion. It's international law. The group was joined by several external speakers, including Reform UK Chairman Zia Yusuf, who said the election of Donald Trump to the US presidency means their campaign will reach the White House after January 20th. Yusuf also claimed that Reform UK leader Nigel Farage will have the ear of President Trump to help spread their message. Farage is reportedly urging Trump to intervene over the UK's controversial surrender of the Chagos Islands, ahead of the 45th president's return to the White House in January. Speaking last week, Farage said, "I have spoken to people very closely associated with him about the Chagos situation and about the worry that the Mauritian government is moving further to the left." Mike Waltz, who was appointed as Trump's incoming national security advisor, previously voiced concern about the Chagos Islands being handed to Mauritius. He said, "Should the UK cede control of the Chagos to Mauritius, I have no doubt that China will take advantage of the resulting vacuum." Starmer oversaw the UK giving up sovereignty of the remote but strategically important cluster of islands in the Indian Ocean last month. The deal, which comes after years of negotiations, includes the tropical atoll of Diego Garcia. However, a US-UK military base will remain on Diego Garcia, a key factor enabling the deal to go forward. Defending the deal last month, Starmer said, "The single most important thing was ensuring that we had a secure base, the joint US-UK base. Hugely important to the US, hugely important to us. We've now secured that, and that is why you saw such warm words from the US yesterday." However, former Prime Minister Boris Johnson warned the deal is a bad idea in hard geopolitical terms, adding, "It's crazy. I urge get out your maps, get out your atlases, check out the Chagos Islands, see where they are, and see where Mauritius is. It's a long way away." Lastly, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been handed a cause for anxiety, which is a consequence of a series of bad judgments, according to a royal commentator. Trump is another who has been critical of the pair, and has even discussed Harry's visa in the past. "It seems like divine justice or karma that the fortunes of the Sussex bosses have taken such a turn," he said. "Over the past year, bad behavior and bad judgments have been catching up with them. Now, with Donald Trump's historic landslide last week, I imagine there have been some sleepless nights in Montecito. I don't know if Harry's visa will be Donald Trump's first priority, but it certainly should give cause for some anxiety in Montecito." Trump has previously suggested he might look into the Duke's visa application due to concerns that he did not disclose details of drug use, something he admitted to in his memoir Spare. The man set to be handed the keys to the White House at his inauguration in January had already criticized the Sussexes, accusing them of betraying the late Queen. He told Nigel Farage he was not a fan of Meghan Markle. He said, "I wasn't from day one. I think Harry has been used horribly, and I think someday he will regret it. I think Harry's been used, and been used terribly. I think it's ruined his relationship with his family, and it hurts the Queen. She is trying to do things that I think are very inappropriate." When the couple stepped back from royal duties and announced they would be moving to California, Trump made his feelings clear on the matter at the time. He said, "I am a great friend and admirer of the Queen and the United Kingdom. It was reported that Harry and Meghan, who left the kingdom, would reside permanently in Canada. Now they have left Canada for the US, however, the US will not pay for their security protection. They must pay." What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British political content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.